Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 49 of Future, and this one is titled UA. I got in! Oh my gosh, I got in! She squealed with delight. Kiri and Yin jumped up from their chairs and screamed, running around the table to hug her. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Jinny, her mother cried. Oh, and to think my baby girl's going to UA, her dad wailed. Wait! Oh my god, I need to ring Chi! She screamed, reaching for her phone and pressing his name on speed dial. Chi, did you get in? She cried. You bet I did, he hollered. Why was that even a question? You knew I'd get in. Yay! She yelled down the receiver. I got in too! Oh, sweet as, he replied. You can be second hero. Excuse me, I'll be the number one hero, she replied cheekily, knowing it would get a rise out of him. I think not, he snorted. Jinny cackled manically. Anyway, congratulations, Chi. I'll see you there when we start. Yeah, cool, thanks, he replied in his usual flippant way. Chi got in, she said to her parents as she hung up. Yes, we heard, Kiri laughed. Oh, and I hear Soshi's coming back. Soshi? Jinny yelped with excitement. He's coming back to Japan? When? When school starts, Kiri said with a twinkle in his eye. And he's been accepted into UA on recommendation, he added slyly. No way, Jinny gasped. UA as in the same UA as me and Chi? Kiri chuckled. Is there another one? Jinny covered her mouth with her hands. I can't believe it. He's coming back. Do you think he remembers me? Because I remember him, that's for sure, she said emphatically as she half mumbled into her hands. I'm sure he remembers you, gorgeous. You two are so close as kids. Yes, I know. I'm so excited and nervous. It's been so long, she said with a nervous giggle. It'll be fine, honey. Don't stress about it, Kiri said as he hugged her and kissed the top of her head. For now, let's celebrate. Now we fast forward to the first day of UA. Jinny gripped the seatbelt in her hand as Kiri approached the front of UA. The giant gates loomed ahead and she started to feel the anxiety rising. Kiri sensed her tension and reached across to pat her knee. You'll be fine, beautiful girl, he said softly with a gentle smile. Thanks, Dad, she whispered, still looking out the window. She was extremely nervous to be seeing Soshi again, more so than being nervous about her first day at UA. Kiri parked the car out the front and hopped out, walking around to her door and opening it. Well, your journey starts now, Kiri said with a light chuckle. Jinny slowly unbuckled her belt and hopped out, giving her dad a hug before straightening her bag straps and facing the gates. People were streaming in from all directions, and her eyes darted left and right looking for Soshi's white hair, but she couldn't see him. She sighed and smiled nervously up at her dad. I better get going, I guess, she said with hesitation. Good luck, gorgeous. I'll see you this afternoon, Kiri said, leaning back on the car as she walked slowly towards the gates. Kiri sighed. There goes my baby, he thought, slightly saddened. Memories of her as a baby flicked through his mind. A tear rolled down his cheek as he also remembered his time at UA. It was such a good experience. A presence beside him pulled him out of his daydream, and he looked to his left to see Bakugou had joined him, leaning up against the car. Can't believe it's starting UA, he grunted. I know, hey, Kiri sighed. It's gone so fast. Bakugou nodded. Chi spotted the back of Jinny first, his eyes travelling down her legs. He thought, this uniform looks good on her, that short skirt. Their primary school uniform had been very modest, with loose top and longer skirts that went below the knee, but this uniform was a little more form-fitting and the skirt just a touch shorter. She definitely liked the look of Jinny from where he was following from behind. Oi, he called to her. She turned. Chi, she replied happily and stopped, waiting for him to catch up. He looked cool and collected despite it being his first day of high school. Sporting a black jumper, it brought his eyes out, and she eyed him as he approached. He was a good-looking boy. She'd always thought that, but for some reason today he looked even cuter. Carbon copy of his father, he almost looked like a reincarnation, except that he had a softer look on his face and didn't sport the permanent scowl like his dad always did. Ready for today? Jinny asked Chi as he stopped beside her. Are they ready for me? He sneered back. I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame. They'll be thanking me for coming here, he said with a confident smirk. So cocky, Jinny thought with a scoff and an eye roll. Jinny? A male voice asked from her right, and she looked over to see who it was. Soshi Todoroki. She nearly fell over. 5 years had done wonders for little Soshi. He had grown a lot, and my God, his face, he was gorgeous. He had an air of quiet confidence about him, and his beautiful orange eyes made her heart flutter, especially the way he looked at her. "How have you been?" he asked with a gentle smile. "Soshi?" she gasped with delight, taking a few running steps before throwing herself into his arms. Soshi was surprised and stumbled back a bit before returning the hug. "Soshi, I missed you so much, but you came back and you found me straight away just like you promised," she cried into his neck. Yeah," he stuttered. Jinny had grown into an unbelievably cute girl. Yeah, he thought she was adorable as a kid, but man, he was not expecting her to be this gorgeous. He blushed as she kept a tight hold on him. It's definitely going to be a love triangle. Stay tuned for the final chapter of Future. See you tomorrow.